In today's class, I've got 4 useful business idioms that you can use when you want to say that your company is not performing very well. So learning idioms is a great way to sound more natural, give a little bit more color and feeling to your language. They're also important to know because if someone uses them, you'll understand exactly what they're talking about. But before I jump in, I just wanted to welcome you to the channel where you learn the business English skills you need to succeed. I have some exciting news. I've started a newsletter that I'll send out each week, and it will be English tips specifically for accountants and auditors. So it'll be new vocabulary, common mistakes, interesting articles, and videos. So if you want to take your English to that next level a little bit quicker, sign up below. The link is in the description. So I've pulled out some newspaper articles. So let's take a look at the first one. Emerging markets take a hit from tariffs. The idiom here is take a hit. So if something takes a hit, it means it is negatively impacted by something and there is some financial loss. We generally use it in the past tense. We say something took a hit. So we can use this idiom in a number of different ways. For example, a company took a hit. In 2022, Meta took a hit after announcing a decline in ad revenue, causing a share price drop of over 20%. You can also say revenue or profit took a hit. For example, Netflix revenue took a hit when they lost over 200,000 subscribers. We also say a stock price or a share price took a hit. So we could say Tesla's share price took a hit after announcing disappointing revenue results. Let's look at our second article. Fiat gets off to a rocky start in 2025, and that could last for several months. And the idiom here is get off to a rocky start. So we use this idiom to say that someone or something has not started very well, usually to describe a performance, a process, or a project. So in the case of Fiat, they're saying their performance for the first part of the year has not started or begun very well. A good way to remember this idiom is the origin of this idiom. So it comes from a few hundred years ago when people used to travel with horse and cart. So if you can imagine at the start of a journey, if there was a lot of rocks on the road, it would really slow you down. It would make it more difficult. And that's essentially where the phrase comes from, get off to a rocky start. It refers to the rocks at the beginning of a journey. And we can use it in a couple of ways. We could say something got off to a rocky start. For example, a company. WeWork got off to a rocky start when it tried to do an IPO in 2019, but it eventually had to withdraw its offer. Or Disney Plus got off to a rocky start when it tried to break into some new international markets due to technical issues and limited content. You can also say someone got off to a rocky start. For example, the new CEO got off to a rocky start when half of his team left in the first 4 weeks. And our third article, leaked iPhone Fold pricing suggests it will be fighting an uphill battle from the start. So the idiom here is to fight an uphill battle. So if you fight an uphill battle, it means you're facing a lot of problems and challenges to progress or succeed. And so the way you remember that particular idiom is think of an army, right? And they're fighting up a hill. They're having a battle up a hill. It's going to be very difficult for them, more difficult than usual. So that's where this idiom comes from. For example, Peloton. They're the company that produces exercise bikes to use at home. So we could say Peloton has been fighting an uphill battle to maintain its revenue growth post-COVID-19 as the demand for home fitness equipment declines. Or Snapchat is fighting an uphill battle with Instagram and TikTok in the short video space. And our last article, I got it from the sports section, but we can use it in business as well. It says, Manchester City boss accepts blame for bad run. So bad run, generally we use that with the verb have. So the idiom is to have a bad run. And when you have a bad run, it means you've experienced a period of poor performance or bad results. The way we use it is to say someone or something had a bad run. It's usually used in the past. For example, Netflix had a bad run in 2022 when it lost more than 200,000 subscribers. Or Boeing had a bad run after the 737 MAX crisis, which led to billions of lost revenue and a drop in the number of orders. And that's our class done for today. I hope you enjoyed it. You should start to see those idioms everywhere, specifically in financial news, earnings calls, and business meetings that you go to. If you're someone that needs to explain how your company performed, the results, I've created a course called Describing Financial Performance in English. The link to the course is in the description of this video, and that will give you the tools you need to be able to do that, okay? If you liked the video, please hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to try and use one of the idioms today, leave it in the comment section and I will correct it for you.